and we're going over the fire alarm today. Basically, this is your fire panel. This is your main fire panel right here. It will indicate an alphanumeric display of what the actual alarm or trouble is. Basically, in the main panel here, it has indicator lights below it. Red would be alarm. Alarm conditions would be pull stations, heats, smokes, ANSL system, workflow switches. So alarms would basically have your message notification go out, which would be your message and your strobes will be going off. It will shut down associated air handlers in that area and all that. Supervisories, on the other hand, does not notify the building. It just beeps at the panel. It shows you what it would be. Supervisory could be a tamper valve for your sprinkler system shut, could be power supervision for your elevators, or it could be your rooms. All your room detector smokes are independent. They are 120 volt, but they are monitored by here. So if the supervisory goes off in room 606, it will actually tell you right here. It is self-restoring, so that detector goes off. If it is a smoke going in it, it'll probably ring off for about a minute, and that's only in that room, and you can see it right here. Okay. Troubles would be any abnormal condition, and it could be that the device is not responding, could be an open circuit, or it could be like we have right now, disabled. For instance, right now you can pull up your troubles by just hitting the button right there, and you can scroll up and down. Right now, if you see there's a T right there that represents troubles, there's only one. It's right now, it says Moncom. That's because I have the dialer offline, so it won't report right now. And also, if we have anything disabled, like I have this disabled, it says disable active, your disable light's on up here, okay? Monitor points are basically any damper, the damper indication, or fans are monitored. If we are in smoke control mode and we do have a smoke detector go off on the floor, this can actually go up to 60 points because there'll be monitor points on your dampers and fans and all that. Also, monitor points would be any switches that are activated here. Basically, on this side over here, we have bypass switches. So if we're doing any testing, you can simply hit AV bypass. It will light up and flash. And you have air handler bypasses, flow, tamper, ANSL, elevator, dampers, and door bypass. So for instance, if we're testing and we wanted to bypass the doors, you simply just push the button one time. Right now, it'll flash when it's activated right there. We'll actually we can hit panel silence here too. Panel silence basically shuts the panels up for the beeping because of the abnormal condition, and it will shut the local beeping up on any of these keyboards. This keyboard here, this is your main panel here. We have a sub panel on the first floor North Electrical Room. They'll show the same display. Basically, just this portion right here will be shown over there. There is no bypass buttons or anything or microphone over there. But you have commands over there just like I'm doing here. You can silence it, you can reset, and alarm silence from that location. Lobbies will have remote enunciators. Both lobbies will have one, and the security office will have one. So basically we have 5 locations that you could silence it or read the description. For instance, like I said, right now we hit door bypass. If you notice, we got monitor point active. If you want to know what it is, just hit monitor points, and it'll be more descriptive. It'll say right here that the switch is active, door holder switch. So basically it's saying that the doors are bypassed. If you notice, the troubles went from 1 to 20 now, and we can scroll through them, go up or down arrow. Highest right there is 20, and they're all disable active. So right now, if we were doing any testing, these doors will not activate. Okay? We can do the same thing with the AV bypass. We can bypass all our signals. So for instance, if we take this offline right now because somebody's working in a mechanical room right there and they're worried about they're changing a filter or something that's right by a smoke detector. If you took it offline, hit your AV bypass, none of the speaker strobes would be going off right now. But the good point is, if somebody was still manning the panel or somebody's in security, if there was an alarm in a different location, they would actually see the alarm come up. It just wouldn't notify anybody. So it's a good point to, if you're doing any kind of work around there and you're worried about the system going off, you could have your AV bypassed, you could have your doors bypassed, air handlers, and if you did set it off, you'd still see the alarm come in. It just wouldn't notify anybody. So that's, the bypasses are good for that. I will say one thing though, if you are an alarm, do not bypass when you're in alarm. It will be a problem, okay? Only bypass when the panel is out of alarm. For instance, if you bypass the AV's in alarm and you kind of go to reset, you're going to be re-triggering again because you're trying to tell it to stay out and then you're doing it again. To take, and again, like I said, if I just hit that other button right there, the monitor, if you notice, it went up to 2 points, and you can scroll up and down on that also, and it'll say AV bypass switch is activated, okay? So monitor points, like I said, are just switch actions, anything on the smoke control panel, any dampers. That does not report to the third party. The dialer does not report monitor points. It only reports troubles, supervisories, and alarms. Obviously, alarm, they're going to call the fire department first, and then they're going to call you. It's already too late. They're already rolling. Supervisory, the monitor company will call you and tell you. Fire department does not know anything about it, and same thing with troubles. They will call you to notify you. Obviously, you're 24 hours here, you will know about it. Okay? To unbypass it, simply hit the button one more time. You notice the light goes off, troubles start going down. Once the troubles are all extinguished back down, they'll do it by itself. And you'll see them count down right now. Okay, we're back down to 20. You can silence the panel. Like I said, from any location, that just shuts the panels up. Unbypass the doors, simply hit the button one more time, and it's just a toggle feature. Hit it once, it goes on, hit it twice, it goes off. Okay? When, right now, for instance, like I said, we already talked about the trouble with supervisories. Right now, they have a couple valves shut. And it will actually tell you that it's a tamper active. So basically the control valve for the level 7 hotel stair 3 tampers, it's closed right now. They have an issue with it. You can scroll up and down. The first one always come up right there. You can scroll down, that's your second. Obviously you have 3 right now, that's your second one. So level 0, we call it condo side. Remember, this is only coming up on here. So don't worry about the video portion of it, it's only showing up in the display. So that valve is shut off, and last but least, this floor over level 1 hotel is shut off too. They're working on them currently right now. So that's your supervisory. So again, you can hit anything you want here and scroll up and down, and that'll show you if it's an alarm condition, you can scroll up and down. Okay. I guess if we wanted to do an announcement, we can select the button here. You can hit page message and select what floor you want to go to. Or we have a test message for when doing testing or evac. Or if you want to talk to everybody on every floor, basically hit all call right here. Key the mic. Wait till that's picked. You notice all these lights are lighting up, everything's picked right now. Test 1, 2, 3, so it's going through the whole place.
It doesn't set an alarm first?
No. Basically, to cancel it, just hit the button one more time. And it cancels it out. I guess right now we can simulate alarm. I'm basically going to simulate alarm. And I guess before I do that, so we don't move around too much, I can show you how to bypass things too. If you had a smoke detector that's stuck in alarm, or say a pull station that's sheared off, it's broken, there's addresses on the detectors. So you can go into the keyboard right here. It says menu. It'll say enable, disable. If you want to disable the device, I'm going to just do this one in here. You hit number 3 for disable, and it's going to ask you, do you want to do the device or card? For you all, it's going to be a device. And there is 2 panels in this place. So the first number right here represents what panel you're at. Every detector has a marker on it. So on this side, for instance, it's all 01. Hotel is going to be all 02. Okay. So if the detector on there, for instance, I believe this one is panel 1, card 2, device 38. You'd have to fill in on the numbers. So if it's card 2, we have to put, you see there's 2 C's there, you have to fill it all the way in. You have to fill it completely in. Basically, we'd have to go 2, 0, 2, and if it's 38, 0, 0, 3, 8. Hit enter. The password, if it says level 2, it's all 2s. If it says level 3, it's all 3s. Level 4 is all 4s. It's different password levels. So basically, if he's asking for a level 2, it's all 2s. You have all 2s in there. Right now, if you notice the trouble came up, you can just hit the menu, command menu to get back to it. Hit your troubles. You can silence it. Right now it just says that level 1 condo fire command room smoke is disabled. Okay. If you come in later on and you go, who disabled this device? What number is it? Whatever you're scrolling on right there, just hit details and it'll actually pull up the device number on there. Okay. Same thing if it comes in alarm, what I'll show you. If you don't quite understand the description and you go there and you're not quite sure that device is it, you can always go scroll to whatever this is. Like for instance, this one right here is the tamper valve that's shut. Hit details. It'll actually show you the device number. There's a sticker on each one. So that's how you disable. To re-enable it again, just hit the command menu again, go into enable, which is number 2, and it all prompts you on there. Device, and again, just put that number back in. Remember, you got to fill all the characters up. So if it's device or card 2, you have to put 02 in there, and then fill in the first 4, and then it was 38. Hit enter. Right now, it didn't ask for a password because that password's held in there for 15 minutes. So if you came back later on, you had to put the password back in. If you notice, we're back down to 1 trouble again. Okay. Any questions? No? Okay, I guess now we could just simulate alarm coming in. I'll do the one out in the hallway. And again, I'm just simulating if smoke went in it, I'm just kicking it off by the panel. I can actually test it by this. And this part, it's number 8, number 4, signal test. And like I said, this, I don't think you'll have to get into it. I'm just doing this instead of spraying the smoke detector. Can you read that number off on me? It's still right outside there, and there's a detector there. Can you read that off? 1233. Okay, again, you see how the password went up because it's a higher priority, it's level 4. Again, it's all 4s. Okay. So right now, if this went an alarm, you come over here and find out, or somebody from security call you, and right now it says level 1 condo service quarter smoke. Okay? If you're not quite sure, first of all, you go out to that detector, the one that's flashing red, is obviously the one that's picked, okay? If it's up higher and you can't actually see it and you see the number, remember I told you you can always go to details. Whatever's highlighted, we can go to that. So right now we know it's from panel 1, card 2, device 33. So to confirm it, you could go to that sticker, you look at it, it will flash red when it's an alarm. All right, and it flashes about every 10 seconds. Green is when it's normal, okay? So like I said, you can actually go to details and find out what it is. You can just hit the button and it'll be back. If you notice, alarm is the first priority. Priorities go this way. So if you just come in here, it should already be showing you what device it is. Now, the fire department deal, you'll have to talk to them about silencing. So that's another subject. But let's just say you already investigated, everything's good, you know it's a false alarm. We can hit panel silence, that only shuts up the panel. Alarm silence will basically shut the strobes and speakers off, okay? Now, that's a toggle feature, okay? So if you come in here in a panic, hit this thing twice, what did you just do? You turn it off and turn it right back on again. It's a toggle. Every time you hit it, it toggles back and forth. So if you panic and hit it twice, just keep in mind, if the light's lit, it's activated. Okay? So right now it's silenced. If the light is not lit, obviously it's going off. And you can see what floors right now we picked. So for instance, right now, it's a low rise portion. The whole, we had the 0 level going off. 1, 2, and 3 going off, and then we get the staircase on this side going off. Okay? So again, you can just silence it right there. You investigate it. There's no more smoke there. You can hit reset. Now, this thing, if the smoke detector still has smoke in it, it will not resound or refire if there's smoke in it, and it's still an alarm. Some systems hit reset. All of a sudden it'll re-trigger and everything will go back in alarm. If that detector still has smoke and you hit reset, it'll just stay the way it is, okay? We'd have to bypass it or something. But what I'm getting at, it won't re-fire. You bring everybody in, after the fire department's here, you hit reset and the thing re-fires off. Now you're sending everything off. If the smoke detector is not able to reset it, it will not let it be reset, okay? So, basically, we find everything is fine. We go in here, simply hit reset. Once you hit reset, it goes through its process. It takes about 10 seconds. You'll see the red light go off. Your alarms now went back to 0, which they were 1. Everything will go back to the way it presently was. If this panel right here, if nothing was in trouble or no supervisories, it would actually say Wyndham on it. That's the home page, basically. Okay. That's about it at the panel. We can go to the device. All right, pull stations. Basically, we have the address label we're talking about right here for the device number. If the pull station is tripped, you'll basically see the handle sticking out like this. Okay. If the handle's sticking out like that, you can come and see it and it'll actually tell you the location of it. You can confirm the address. To reset it, remember the panel will not reset when the pull station is active. You have to reset the pull station first. Just stick the key in it, open it up, flip your switch back down, reorientate the cover, just shut it back up, and then go ahead and reset the panel. And that's it. Like we talked about before, if a smoke alarm is basically an alarm condition, it'll tell you the exact location. There's a sticker on here that shows you the panel number, that's card number, and device number. Right here, there's an LED. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but if it's flashing red like that, that's the one that's picked, okay? Normal condition would be flashing green when it's pulling, but this indicates that it's an alarm condition. And that's about it.